Unit 2, Lecture.
Many people are beginning to worry that cell phones could be dangerous. There is no real evidence yet, but it is probably good to use your common sense. There are a few things that you can do to reduce the risk to your health from a cell phone's electromagnetic radiation. First, limit the amount of time that you spend on your cell phone. Using a cell phone for long periods of time will expose you to much more radiation. Second, discourage children from using cell phones. Studies show that a cell phone's radiation goes deeper into a child's head. Third, don't use a cell phone if the signal is weak. The phone will send out more radiation to make up for a weak signal. Fourth, avoid talking on your cell phone while you are driving. Of course, this has more to do with traffic safety than the danger of radiation. Some people are using headphones to try to reduce the amount of radiation near their head. However, one study from England's Consumer Association reports that some hands-free headsets produce 3 times more radiation than the phone itself. Cell phones are becoming more and more important in our lives. They may not be dangerous, but it is important to use your common sense until we have more evidence. Information about the radiation produced by different cell phones is available on the internet. Do some research before you buy your next cell phone.
Unit 2, Talking Point. 1.
Do you often use a cell phone?
Every day is different, but I guess that I make about 5 calls per day on average. I generally only talk for a short time, maybe a minute or 2. Actually, I mainly use my cell phone for sending messages. That is much cheaper than talking on it. Sometimes I use my cell phone to access the internet, but the screen is too small to be useful. How about you?
I don't have a cell phone. I like being out of contact sometimes. If I had a phone, everyone could always reach me.
2.
Do you think that cell phones are dangerous?
Well, it's a new technology, so I think that we need to be careful. After all, the cell phone is right against our head, and it emits radiation. Some people say that it is totally safe. I don't think that it's going to kill me, but I think that it is probably a little dangerous.
3.
Do you send a lot of email?
Yes, I send quite a lot. I keep in contact with my friends, and I also use it a lot for work. On average, I guess that I send about 10 or 15 emails per day. I receive quite a lot more than that. I usually get about 100 emails per day. Of course, about 90% of that is junk mail, and it gets filtered automatically by my email program. So I only have to actually read about 10 emails per day.
4.
Do you like it when machines like ATMs and computers talk to you?
It drives me crazy. I really can't see the point of machines talking to us all the time. Why do I want an ATM to say good morning to me? And every single day in the subway station, the ticket machine gives instructions to me. I know how to buy a ticket. Then the escalator announces that it is going down. I think that it's all noise pollution. What do you think about it?
Oh, I don't mind. I think that it can be helpful. Besides, I listen to my Walkman all the time anyway.
Unit 2, Research and Presentation.
Good afternoon. Today I would like to talk about communication habits. Over the last few days I have been carrying out research into people's communication habits. I asked some simple questions to 5 people. Their answers are shown in Table 1. The average number of telephone calls that people make a day is 6. This includes both home telephones and cell phones. 2 out of 5, or 40% of people, often use email. They use email for work and for personal reasons. One person writes a letter every week. One writes a letter about twice a month. But 60% of people never write letters. As more people use the internet for communication, this trend is likely to continue. Finally, the people spend an average of 25 minutes a day talking to friends, and only about 17 minutes to their family. In the past, this figure was much higher, but people now spend more time working and watching television and less time talking to each other. Thank you. Are there any questions?